Let's dive right into the world of Zodiac spending and saving habits. It's super interesting to see how our sun signs affect the way we handle our finances, right? So let's kick things off with our fiery Aries. Aries folks are known for their adventurous, bold spirit, and that love for excitement definitely spills into how they spend money. They often have a buy now, think later mentality. I mean, who can resist a last-minute impulse buy at that pop-up store? They might be the ones splurging on the latest gadget or a one-way ticket to their next adventure without a second thought. When it comes to budgeting, let's be real. What's a budget? It's like a fun suggestion they scroll past while discovering the newest thing on sale. But funny enough, Aries can be super generous with their friends. They're the ones who'll always pick up the tab saying, "It's on me, let's celebrate." But then they scramble at the end of the month wondering how they spent so much. Next up, we've got Taurus, the sign that practically lives for comfort. Taurians are generally practical and quite the savers, but they also have an undeniable appreciation for the finer things in life. You might catch them at that artisanal cheese shop, spending way too much on gourmet snacks. Budgeting? They might have a solid plan. After all, stability is key for Taurus. But once that sale starts calling their name, all bets are off. You know that friend who brings home yet another cozy blanket without any visible need for it? Yep, that's a Taurus for you. They just can't resist that plush softness. Moving into Gemini territory, and oh boy, do these air signs have a unique relationship with money. You could say their spending habits are as scattered as their thoughts. One moment, they're buying 3 versions of the same shirt in different colors, and the next, no returns made because they're caught up in the thrill of it all. Shopping feels like an impulsive treasure hunt for them, which often leads to a wardrobe that rivals a department store. The budgeting part? Let's call it a work in progress. They've probably signed up for financial apps just to ignore them later. Geminis and their delightful chaos. Now, let's chat about Cancer. These nurturing souls can be quite emotional about their money. They might treat spending as a form of self-care, often splurging on home decor to create their cozy, safe haven. Budgeting is something they will egg you to stick to, but if they see something that reminds them of home or that one special moment, it's going in the cart, no second thoughts. Their financial funny bone? Oh, it's usually displayed when they buy cookware they probably won't use, just because it makes them feel like a master chef. That's a Cancer vibe for you. As we float into Leo's realm, it's hard not to picture a shopping spree that is as extravagant as a royal affair. Leos are the ultimate spenders. They thrive on the spotlight and love to show off their fabulous finds. Whether it's designer shoes or the trendiest tech, their mantra is all about go big or go home. Well, they have a plan until they spot the perfect statement piece that screams their name. You might chuckle seeing a Leo proudly flaunt their latest purchase, only to realize it's the 5th pair of shoes in 2 months. But hey, who wouldn't want to bring a little extra flair to life? Transitioning to Virgo, we have the meticulous ones of the Zodiac. Virgos are all about the budget, keeping detailed lists and spreadsheets to track their expenses. Their money mindset is practical. They like to save and invest wisely. But here's the twist. They can get a little too caught up in the details, overanalyzing every purchase. It's like watching your friend pore over every shampoo bottle in the store, searching for the perfect deal. Funny moment? They might find a grade a coupon for that overpriced organic detergent, but end up buying enough to supply a small village. Those savvy, yet sometimes overly cautious Virgos. And now we reach Libra. These charmers have an interesting financial style. They crave balance, and while they love to indulge in beautiful things, they're adept at keeping their spending in check. Libras often end up in groups. It's like a stylish squad outing, and might splurge on a chic outfit just to keep up with their friends. But are they always thrifty? Not necessarily. They have that infamous habit of returning half of what they buy after realizing they can't quite justify it all. You've seen it. A friend who buys 3 dresses and returns 2, sighing, "I just couldn't decide." Yep, that's the Libra dilemma. With Scorpio, the money mindset takes an intriguing turn. Scorpios are instinctive when it comes to finances. They tend to be secretive and strategic. They might have a hidden stash somewhere, maybe in a book or a special box. Their spending often revolves around passion projects or investments with a lot of thought behind them. They aren't the ones casually dropping cash. When a Scorpio decides to spend, it feels calculated, as if they've worked out every possible outcome. But if they're caught up in an intense shopping moment, expect them to go for the sleek, mysterious purchases, often on the higher side of the price tag. You might spot one proudly unbox a limited edition collectible, feeling like they struck gold. As we ease into Sagittarius, these free spirits have a whole different take on money. They're the most adventurous travelers and believe in living life to the fullest. Their money mindset? It's all about experiences over things. A Sagittarian would easily splurge on a plane ticket, but might cringe at a high grocery bill. Budgeting? More like budgeting for their next adventure? They find themselves spending more on experiences, road trips, exotic meals, and spontaneous weekends. The funny side? They might have the most epic travel stories, but they also probably could have lived wonderfully within their budget, if only they'd accounted for all the coffee stops along the way. Capricorn comes next, and oh, the pragmatism is strong with these earth signs. They approach saving and spending with discipline. Their motto is often to save first and splurge later, and they tend to prioritize stability and long-term goals. Capricorns usually have meticulous budgets, very important to them. But you might catch them being a bit paradoxical. They indulge in high-quality items because they believe in investing in what lasts. And let's not forget that hilarious moment when they buy one beautiful office chair and realize it's just as much as their monthly rent. Worth it though, right? Aquarius brings a fun twist to the spending game. Often ahead of their time, these visionary folks can be unpredictable when it comes to money. They might buy things based on their latest interests, like that futuristic gadget or personalized art piece no one else has. They value uniqueness, and while budgeting might feel stifling, they're good at finding creative ways to save. Picture an Aquarius binge watching all the DIY videos and attempting a new money-saving hack, only to set off a small explosion in their kitchen. They march on with their original plans, proudly sharing their unusual hobby while rolling their eyes at typical financial advice. Last but definitely not least, we arrive at the mystical world of Pisces. Oh, these dreamers, they can be emotional spenders and often dabble in impulse buys. They can easily lose themselves in a world of artistic supplies or cozy essentials, letting their imagination run wild. Budgeting? Not their strongest suit, they often prefer to float and see where the tide takes them. Let's be real, you might see a Pisces buy something extravagant solely because it spoke to their soul. You'd likely catch them buying a vintage film camera they have no idea how to use, envisioning a bohemian life of scenic photography that may or may not ever happen. So, there you have it, a whirlwind tour through the spending and saving habits of every zodiac sign. There's just something innate about how we handle money based on our astrological traits, don't you think? If you enjoyed this zodiac journey, drop a comment below. Let me know which sign you relate to the most, or if you see your habits reflected in these personalities. And come join me for more cosmic conversations by hitting that subscribe button. Until next time, happy spending, or saving, in true zodiac style.